Alright, everybody!
Okay.
For Millie's birthday today, you know, we brought out a special person. Most of you may know him. You should know him.
Okay.
It's Brady for VP, the vice president himself, or he should be. Election was rigged. The Puerto Rican Kanye West!
AOX9. Had to step out on this one. Saw a crazy fit pick up a guy in a wheelchair. He walking, but he definitely out here stepping.
So hard on. Feliz Navidad.
Okay. Who is the Puerto Rican Kanye West?
The GOAT, greatest of all time, Brayden Tracy.
33%.
He's a very different person.
Born and raised, Brady was brought up in the large and lively city of Worcester, Massachusetts. As a child, it is no surprise that Brady turned out the way he is today.
I knew he was going to be special before he even knew who he was.
He was always interested in creating, with evidence of art, podcasts, videos, fashion, and even early music.
How would you describe the Puerto Rican Kanye West?
I would say he's very creative in his own right. He likes to be very outside the box. Well, he tries to be outside the box every single day, especially with what he wears, what he says.
He's a very confident, ambitious, hard worker.
Unique.
Yeah,
Brady
true.
is not anything that anybody has ever been able to replicate, period. The way he dresses, the way he talks, the way he holds himself.
One of a kind.
With many passions, Brady thought it would be clothing that would take him to the next level, designing and upcycling many of his own pieces.
His clothes are very fashionable.
I would say it's a high fashion type beat.
His clothes are fire.
He belongs on a runway.
But his life changed the afternoon of July 31st, 2023. After a viewing of the Barbie movie, when he had to pay for a friend's ticket and said friend didn't pay him back, after expressing his anger and interest in monetary gain by way of a diss track, he rediscovered his unbelievable talent for rapping.
Saw a crazy fit pic of a guy in a wheelchair. He walking, but he definitely out here stepping. Loaded potato, that's a vegetable with a weapon. Fortnite gang, I'm repping. Legendary scar, make a cracker. With all this newly discovered talent being broadcasted to the masses, it was necessary for Brady to acquire a management team. However, with Brady's inability to sacrifice his ideas and negotiate on certain topics, they were all fired multiple times. A legendary night. The first official project release of Brady for VP. 7 unbelievable tracks with features by some of the most electric artists in the game, like Lonzo, Tiffany, Kanye West, Travis Scott, and Drake. Drake? He really was my first competition in a way. On October 6th, not only did the Puerto Rican Kanye West release, but so did Drake's 8th studio album, For All the Dogs. Originally announced to release on September 22nd. However, when he got word that Brady for VP was dropping the same day, he quickly pivoted.
Honestly, it was pretty crazy.
We played it the second we saw it. We played the entire album front to back. We did not listen. I think I've known one song off of the Drake album because Drake mid.
Yeah, I don't know any of the songs that came out that day besides the ones Brady put out.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't think there was any other thing that dropped that night, right?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Nothing else dropped that day.
It was history timeline.
He really was ducking me, you know? I wouldn't let that slide, so I pushed my project back too. Back to competing, Brady and Drake were ready to set the world on fire, with Brady cooking up an amazing first release. And with Drake still on tour, the two collectively created a night music lovers will never forget.
Legendary scar, make a cracker go gonzo. Pulled out the backside of panicking. Lonzo, put the brakes on dude. Mano y mano, Puerto Rican dog. Man, I still haven't listened to her for all the dogs. I mean, I'm sure there's a few bangers. A few. But after all that disrespect, I can't support that.
After a huge week of the two men both receiving crazy numbers, the first week sales finally dropped. The two men were close, but one sold a little bit more, and unfortunately, it wasn't Brady. Drake selling 402,000 first week, and Brady still producing a crazy, but not quite enough, 0.22.
Bro, he definitely cheated. He got bots on his stuff. He got leaders in the tech industry taking down my streams. He definitely didn't win that fair and square.
But that wasn't the only L Brady would take. He soon after gained his first hater. And not too long after that, filed for divorce. He was happily married for over 6 months when he started having some issues with his wife, megastar Ice Spice. After some physical and mental abuse, both parties eventually decided it was time to go their separate ways.
She actually wanted me first, but after a few arguments, it was me that said I wanted a divorce. But then after her rejecting it, denying it, I was like, word, we could stay together. And then she wanted a divorce. And I was like, word, let's do it. And then she's still sweet-talking me. Like, man, girls are weird.
And when the career of Brady for VP seemed to be at its lowest, he made an announcement.
When you're at your lowest, the only place to go is up. Tape 2, Puerto Rican Picasso, coming soon. Stepping up in heaven. Stepping. Brayden and Devin. Stepping. Stepping up in heaven. Step out and just beaters in a beater. Undies on 2, don't want a misdemeanor. No more Mr. Nice Guy, I'ma be meaner. Money spread meters. Waterfall, how I drip. I pay exact bill, the hell would I tip? High fashion, high lifetime, cruise on a ship. Keep talking, put my shoe through your lip. So hot melted 3D printed steppers. Spit so much flame like I ate too many peppers. I bet you take a lish, I'm full of feathers. Stepping just a pleasure. Stepping, looking like Brayden and Devin. Black and white Yeezys out here stepping. Stepping up in heaven. Hee hee.